This is my backyard. I quite love it on days like this. Just the one jet stream in the sky there. I don't know if the camera's catching that or not. Going almost the exact same shape as that crest of that mountain. Tons of birds back here, as you see one flying through there. You know, I don't know where everybody's living during these pandemics. This pandemic, sorry, not the pandemics, but you know, it seems like we have one every year. Everyone is worse than the next. And you know, it's really affecting different people different ways. I'm sure there's tons of things we could talk about, whether it's, you know, people struggling with other illnesses during the pandemic and they're not seeing the proper people. I mean, depending on what country you're in, you have different shutdowns, different rules, and different death tolls, and different percentages, and different different amount of people contracting it in the first place, different amounts of testing. So you just don't know what data you're using. It's so confused. I think there's not one country that's doing it the same way. I don't know if that's everybody or if that's just me. I just thought that'd be a good backdrop for a conversation. I hate the camera turned on myself. I'll probably turn it. I mean, why would I turn it on myself when you have this out here? You can still hear my voice, but you can look at something much more beautiful. You know, and I'm a pretty vain guy. So anyways, that's just one of my faults. I've got tons. You'll find out, I'm sure. But yeah, and then next door neighbors. It's the only thing getting in the way of another great view over that way. But if you go out the front door, you have a nice view as well. So anyways, but yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine if, you know, you were locked in a house of like 12 people, depending on what part of the world you're in right now. Some people are living like that, right? And they got them locked down like 5 days a week. So, I mean, I just don't get it. You have people doing the herd immunity. That seems to be working in some places and not so good in other places. People are still traveling around country to country. Right now they're saying, Ford in Toronto is saying that their spike is noted to the influx of people coming to Ontario to vacation or do business and blah, blah, blah. So, but I mean, what can you do? What can you not do? What can you restrict? What can't you restrict? How far are people being willing to be pushed? And I mean, I say it that way, but I mean, I see stuff going on that's like, you know, it's like socialism at its best. I mean, no matter how you present it. But I mean, that might be just my opinion of it. I don't know. No mask, masks. That's what they've got. They've created a no mask and a mask, and they've created a divide, and then they've divided even those people further. So that keeps us away from each other. It keeps us talking about it. You know, I'm not allowed to have more than 6 of my family members here. Give me a break. We gotta have everything. If we're gonna fucking live in this world, it's ours to fight for, and it was ours to fight for in the beginning. This is about freedom, and this is about us being allowed what we need to do. I mean, you can't tell me the numbers on this pandemic are even close to what they say they are. I just can't believe it. I can't for the life of me believe it. You know, the human race has withstood so much in its infancy. And you can't tell me that we aren't on the verge of something massive. Massive, massive, massive. Is that a pine cone in that tree? Or is that a robin? I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's a pine cone. That's a pine cone there. You know, this pandemic is throwing me for a loop, you know. I don't know. It's like completely lost myself. I mean, I just, you know, I was, yeah. I mean, it's so hard for me to talk about the situation in my life because really it's nothing compared to other people in this world. So, and I'll save it. If you want to know about my life, you can private message me and ask me. I'll share just about anything. But like I said, I'm pretty shy on camera. Just. It's my way of separating myself from reality, I would guess. But, you know, at the beginning of this pandemic, I had a tooth removed. I went to the dentist, and I haven't felt the same since. You know, it was right during, you know, the time that people were saying they're going to do forced vaccinations and blah, 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 this and that, this and that. And, you know, call me weird, call me funny, call me crazy, call me what you want. I am who I am. I'm still here. I haven't harmed myself. I haven't killed anybody. I don't know if that's a measure you want to go with, but I don't know, man. I just feel like that day changed my life forever. I woke up from a terrible nightmare is what I'm considering. And, you know, I've just noticed things now, guys. I don't know if everybody is or not, but these are some weird times. This election coming up is huge. November 3rd is huge. Or is it huge? Does it matter? Does it matter if Trump gets in or if Biden gets in? And I mean, I don't want to get into the big Trump-Biden thing because it's just beaten just like everything in life to, you know, go dead horse. You know, arguments here, arguments there, and it is what it is. So November 3rd, we'll find out who's going to run the U.S. Put your comments down below if you want to tell me who you think is going to win. Anyways, I'm going to cut off there. I'm going to come back in a little bit.